Hey YouTube, Red Quill here, back for another video. Sorry I've been gone for a while, but excited to start off the new decade. So with the new year comes new projects for us artists. However, this can be a challenging feat, particularly if you're already working a full-time job, such as myself. Ambitious art projects such as webcomics and any other long-term art goals will be hard to complete while you're a full-time employee, especially if you're already putting in well over 40 hours a week. With these challenges in mind, I wanted to make a video explaining my process on how I'm making my webcomics, despite the fact I'm also working my full-time job. When trying to complete any major goal, I found that the SMART acronym used in the business world for goal setting pretty much works every time. SMART stands for a specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goal. When applying to my webcomic, I treat it as the following. So specific, what do I want to accomplish? A few years back, I started working on a webcomic draft, and now that that draft is completed, I want to redraw the comic with official pages. And it'll be about 400 pages in length. So that is my specific goal. Next is a measurable goal, possibly the most important characteristic. You will never really finish a goal unless you have a way of quantifying it. For a webcomic, these goals will be based on how many pages I complete, or a sub-goal on finishing a certain stage of a page, such as the drafting, the pen work, color, shading, and text boxes. So for achievable, this is where you really need to take into account how much of a toll your job takes on you and how fast you can really work. I find that due to my slow pace in drawing, that if it's a weekend day, I can only get about half a comic book page done. And on a work day, when I'm tired after the job, I can only put about 1.5 to 2 hours of quality work into drawing. This affects what targets I aim for how many pages I complete in a week's time. For relevant, this is the one part of the acronym I'd say really isn't that important for our purposes. In the business world, the goal is just to make sure that you're choosing a goal and purpose that's relevant for your business function, like say improving a skill for your role at your job. But for an art project, I really don't have anything for the relevance part of the acronym. For time bound, now this is very applicable, and I think really will decide if you're able to finish your webcomic when you want to. If you don't hold yourself accountable to self-imposed deadlines, the chances of you finishing are effectively zero. And I find it helpful to have two types of time-bound goals, both a daily goal and a weekly goal. For during the work week, as I stated earlier, I can only get about 1.5 to 2 hours of work done. So instead of focusing on finishing a full page, I spend my time trying to complete a part of the page process. Meaning, on Mondays, I try to make a rough sketch for a new comic page. On Tuesday, I do the pin lines that I will clean up later. On Wednesday, I add some base colors, followed by cleaning up a little of what I did on Tuesday. On Thursday, I add some basic shading and extra details. And on Friday, I do my final cleanup and add the text boxes. By breaking up the work week into 5 days, with each day being a different stage of webcomic development, I can usually get one page done during my work week. And on the weekends, I'm able to spend more time each day working on my comic, so I can get more done. On Saturdays, I try to get the rough sketching done and the pen work, followed by adding some of the color And on Sunday, I add in final details, clean up any mess I made on Saturday, and add the text boxes. Combining my work week and weekend, I'm able to get 2 pages done in a week, which, while slow, does allow me to have a time-bound goal that I know is achievable, and I can know about when I'll finish different parts of my comic. Your mileage will vary for how much you can get done in a week. For me, I just find that during the work week, when I get home, I'm fairly drained and really can't put in a ton of extra time. But by following the SMART acronym, I've been able to at least make progress towards my real passion. Well, that's all I have for now. Hopefully someone will find this helpful, and as always, keep on drawing and have a great one.